those of you that don't know me, my name is Kaylee. I'm the director, and I'm so pleased because I've been talking about this for a few years about how we needed to honor longtime curator Gus Reusch, and putting his name on the Welcome Center was the idea that I came up with, and I'm so happy that we are able to make it happen. Our brand new sign just came up on Thursday. Woo!
Big thanks to Jay Clary, who could not be here today. I believe he's at a wedding.
Yes.
But that sign actually hung outside his father's law firm, James P. Clary, attorney at law in Haverhill for many years. Jay retrieved it from the corner of the attic or someplace like that, took a picture of it, sent it to Kaylee and I, and said, how would this be for a sign at the visitor center? And we said, "That's ideal." Sent it down to the sign painter, so there it is today. A signpost for visitors and all Whittier admirers and visitors.
Or just drop by.
So, on this bright spring morning, we gather to pay tribute to a kind and decent man whose dedication to this placid yet honorable place has given so much to the memory and legacy of Haverhill's favorite native son. Today, Gus Reusch stands abreast James Hazen Carlton, Donald Freeman, and Ray Camo as a keeper of the flame, an individual who has literally brought to life the memory of John Greenleaf Whittier for countless visitors, school children, scholars, and admirers. Gus was a historian, humorist, storyteller. He saw Whittier both as an innocent young man, finding his way in life, and as a strong historical figure. And he wove his narratives in a fashion that brought those two diverse personalities to life in a way that enthralled his visitors, his listeners, many of whom recall those history lessons for years to come. Who else, with a turn of a phrase or an inflection of a voice, could so carefully, fully capture the spirit of the great man himself? I remember the first time I brought Cindy Davis Jackson here to the birthplace when she was appointed a trustee. We came by for a brief visit, I told Cindy. Well, 90 minutes later, we exited the birthplace. She had met Gus. He had given her the tour, the history, and I feared that our brief visit caused us some consternation. When I saw the glint in her eye, I knew that she loved that visit. In contemplating Gus's legacy, I will contest his wisdom, knowledge, and lifelong devotion to this unique landmark against the curators and stewards of any other local, cultural, and historical location in Essex County. His reputation is widespread, from here to Amesbury, to New Hampshire, and to the country beyond. This historic birthplace, with its grounds and buildings, will continue to pay homage to America's poet and abolitionist with energy and scholarship for years to come, and with superb leadership and diligence. But I doubt if many, if any, will surpass Gus's passion and devotion to the birthplace. So today we dedicate this ordinary carriage shed to an extraordinary meaning. It's our simple yet heartfelt way of saying thank you, Gus.
Nice.
Well said.
If anyone else has a memory that they would like to recall about Gus, just a small snippet, I think that would be terrific, because we've all had wonderful interactions. Come on, Eleanor.
Eleanor!
Thank you. One of my best memories memories of Gus was walking in the Santa parade from the whole length of the Santa parade carrying the banner for Snowbound Weekend. And Gus was on one side, I was on the other, and as we came by Bradford Common, Uncle Gus, Uncle Gus! And then we came up Main Street, Mr. Reusch, Mr. Reusch! You know, I could just as well not have been there because every focus was on Gus, and it was just wonderful. That's a nice memory.
Thank you.
It
That's
was.
a nice memory.
I have a good memory.
Sure.
I've told a lot of the story, but my mother went to Lowell State Teachers College, and she was from Lowell. But she knew Gus in college. He was a little older than her, but I think she dated his brother for a short time. So I said, "You know Gus Reusch?" She's like, "Oh, I know Gussie." So I brought her here. Yeah, she knew him. And she walks in and he says, "Hanky plaid." Oh my gosh! It was beautiful. She had a great tour, but it was just so sweet to see, these two old friends get together again. And he was
Nice.
terrific.
Nice.
His name was Loretta, really.
Peter does. I can add to the Lowell State theme because I went to Lowell State also, last class to graduate, by the way. And Gus had attended Lowell State approximately 10 years before I did. And so by being in the sports world of college, I got to see what Gus had done. And I'm betting that most of you don't know that Gus was a star second baseman for the Lowell State baseball team in the early 60s. He batted over 300. He was a good baseball player. And I had the privilege of taking Gus to 2 or 3 of the sports reunions a few years ago when he could go. And he had a great time meeting people he hadn't seen
Small
in
world.
50 years. So,
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. And thank you very much. This is really sweet. I'm going to show him this video and convince him to come down here and see it in person. And I'm sure he'll be really honored. Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Thank you.